Alright, welcome back to another video. My name is Laura Johnson, and if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe. We are almost to 1,000 subscribers, so once we get to 1,000, we can all get notified and be able to hit that notification bell and everything else. But I am just so excited. We are at 660 subscribers, and it's only February, and I'm just so excited. I hope we get to 700 by the end of March, and I just hope that we can get to 1,000 before the year is over. So I'm just so excited, and I'm excited that y'all are joining my journey along with my baby, and I'm so excited. I had somebody comment, and her last name was Johnson, and I told Josh, I'm like, is this your family member? But there was no picture, so we couldn't tell if it was like my family or maybe it was just coincidence that somebody with the last name Johnson commented and was like, oh, can't wait to see the baby. And I told Josh, I'm like, well, if that's not a family member, like that's an actual subscriber, like, oh my goodness. But I am just so excited until she gets here, and I'm excited for y'all to see her, and I just excited in general. But this week and last week, oh my goodness. So if y'all saw my update from last week, it was a mess. It was definitely a mess. The title is right, 6 to 5 week update. My battery is about to go out, yay. Okay, but if y'all saw last week's video, the title said 6 to 5 week update, and in the video I kept saying 5 to 4 weeks, 5 to 4 weeks, 5 to 4 weeks left, and it wasn't even 4 weeks left yet anyways. And that's just pregnancy brain at its best, I guess, because like it's getting worse, and the sleeping is also getting worse. But that's why we're here today, because I'm gonna explain all of that. But well, that's kind of self-explanatory. I just had pregnancy brain, and apparently from me thinking 6 to 5 weeks or 4 to 5 weeks, apparently it was 6 to 5, because I also missed a week uploading because it snowed here in Louisiana, and I think I explained that too. It was like so freezing, but now today I'm wearing like a t-shirt and short. Today is like 70 degrees, and I even had to bump our refrigerator up because I put it down really low in the refrigerator because it got so cold somehow in the kitchen, because there's tile in the kitchen, but it got so cold in the kitchen it was freezing all of our stuff in the refrigerator. So I had to put literally trying to put the refrigerator down all the way so it didn't freeze all the refrigerated food. This week it's all warm, and I told Josh, I'm like, I got pregnant during the winter, or like I was so excited about being pregnant during the winter because of the, you know, cold weather, and now it's 70 degrees in March. So comment down below if it's snowing in your area, how cold is it? Because it's hot here in Louisiana, even though last week it was like below freezing. Don't know. Because of that, I had to skip my doctor's appointment. So I skipped my 34-week appointment pretty much because there was no way I was going to make it. Plus the hospital, apparently like the hot water went out, or the heater went out or something, and they just weren't taking any patients or whatever at my 34-week appointment is when that happened. And they called me right about Monday asking me to see me, you know, anytime soon, and I told them that I couldn't come in this week, thinking like, they probably thinking like, who this chick thinks she is, thinking that she getting in as soon as possible or whatever. Because I told them, I was like, well, I can't make it in this week, but next week I can for sure make it in. I'm technically skipping an appointment. And they're like, okay. And I was like, yeah, so I'll come in next week as soon as you can. And they're like, okay, what about Tuesday, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll come in at that time and whatever. And they're like, okay, well, there's not a note on beside your name, so what is this for? And I was like, well, it'll be my 36-week appointment. And they're like, so you skipped they're like, wait, so you did skip an appointment? And I said, yeah, I was supposed to come in at 34 weeks. Y'all, you know, was snowed in and stuff, so I have to pretty much skip my 34 week and go in that 36 weeks. And they're like, oh my goodness, are you sure you don't want to come in early? And I was like, I'm sure, like, I can't come in this week, because there was just no way with our pipes bursting and me having to be here. I think I was here like Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and I was sleeping at Josh's parents' house. I think we slept over there like 2 or 3 nights in a row because there was no water, no dishes, nothing. Like, we brought some of our food over there, so we didn't eat any of their food, or I brought some of the food over at Josh's parents' house to make for Josh for lunch the next morning. Like, there was no eating here. There was no water, there was no pans or dishes or microwavable foods or anything like that to fix. So I just told Josh, I'm like, we're just gonna have to go to your parents' house after, you know, at night. And the guy that was fixing our pipes is the owner, so he was fixing our pipes, and like, it was just making me a wreck looking at them. They weren't destroying the house, but like, they had to move the cabinets and stuff, and I had to take everything out of the cabinets, which made the house look even dirtier. And then I had to take everything and put it in the baby's room after I just have it, you know, nice and clean and organized and stuff. And then I got mud trailing through the house. It was just my nesting triggered my nesting, to be honest, because after they left or whatever and we finally got back in the house, which was probably middle of last week, so Wednesday or Thursday, I cleaned all week. I did dishes, I did laundry, I swept our room, and I cleaned Josh's little side area up because he has like a bunch of trash that he accumulates over time next to his side of the bed. And then I had to clean my side of the bed. I finally got the rolling chair out of there so I could fit the bassinet in there, because we got 4 weeks left, so I'm gonna have to transition that bassinet into our room. And I didn't realize how white that bassinet was until I started thinking about it, and I was like, I'm about to put, like, this bassinet cannot go in the room until the baby is here, because like, I don't even know how long it's gonna last to be white. And I didn't think about it. It's a bassinet, it works, but it's also really cute. I don't think it'll be that gross, but I think it's just my anxiety is like, this is a white bassinet and it's about to go in our room, and there's no telling how it's gonna turn out. So I am definitely waiting until baby gets here to put the bassinet in. And I also cleaned the bathrooms because, again, with them fixing the pipes in our house and stuff, they took out everything from the cabinets, and so I put everything back in, but I put everything back in a lot neater, so it's a lot more organized. And then I kind of set up the bathroom a little bit to prepare for baby, and I got rid of a lot of stuff because there was stuff in the bathroom that like I didn't even use. Like, there was a bunch of lotions and stuff that I like have never touched. Nice, baby's room is fine. Everything is decluttered out of there and it's back to being organized. The storage room, or I say the storage room, the extra spare room that we have that has like Josh's hunting stuff in there, and now it has the rolling chair that was in our room in there, and it also has our stroller in there and the carrier in there, and it has like an extra bed in there too. So we have all that just sitting in that room. But everything else needs to be kind of swept and mopped, and for some weird reason our broom broke last week or week before last. So we have to get a new broom by Monday. So there's gonna be a lot of more cleaning vlogs in the future. I did not want to show y'all the dishes in the house after the snowstorm situation, because like, I'm telling you, it was gross. Like, the whole house was just piled with dirty dishes and piled with muddy clothes because, you know, snow after it's been on the ground or whatever, and it has, I don't know what it does, but it's like ice on top, and you can see that the water is running on the bottom, like where it has like the gray ice or whatever, and you know there's water running underneath there, and it like totally destroyed our yard, and our yard is like now muddy and it's just awful. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with and I'm so glad that I haven't really mopped around the house just because it's been so muddy. So if I were to mop the house, like, I'm glad that I pretty much just cleaned all the rooms that the dogs don't really track mud in. It's mainly like the high traffic areas, like the living room, dining room, and kitchen that the dogs run in. And I try to wipe their paws when they come into the bathroom or come into the house so that they don't track in our room and make our bed all muddy. But the mud hasn't been that bad since I do wipe their feet off, but the mess is just awful. And you would think with all this cleaning and all this nesting and stuff, I would be tired eventually, and this energy has not gone away, and I don't know how or why, but like, what is it? Yesterday I cleaned from like 12 o'clock probably until 5 or 6 o'clock. Like, I cleaned everything. I even reorganized the kitchen, made the kitchen a lot cleaner, cleared up some counter space. I would think I would get so tired, but no. Again, I cleaned from like 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Normally after 3 hours, I'm ready to go back to bed, take a nap for the day, and then like recharge and move on and clean for the rest of the day. No. I cleaned and I was like, you know what? I don't want to overdo myself. I'm going to take a bath. I'm going to get clean. I'm going to go to bed, relax, and we're just going to get ready for bed and get in bed. And it was like 7, 8 o'clock, because I know if I get in bed by 7, 8 o'clock, the baby's going to be moving for a couple of hours, and then she's finally going to settle, and then we can both, or I can just sleep and not have to think about, you know, the baby kicking me 24/7. Yeah, I go to bed, or I take a bath. I use the Johnson, it's like a bedtime thing for babies, and I wanted to see if it like worked on adults too, and so I put like a few extra pumps in my bathtub just to see if it, like, you know, for a baby it's probably like 1 or 2 pumps that you need to put in there, and that soothes the baby immediately and stuff. I put like 4 or 5 or 6 pumps in there in my bathtub, and when I got in, instantly just felt relaxed. And it felt so nice, and I was about to fall asleep in the bathtub. Like, I didn't even touch my phone. I just had like 20 minutes of just quiet time in the bathtub, just relaxing in the warm water. The baby was kicking all kinds of crazy, and I just relaxed in the bathtub, and it was so nice. And I was like, I think I'm finally gonna be able to sleep tonight. Get in the bed, you know, I'm laying down. 1 hour goes by, 2 hours go by, 3 hours go by. Then I notice it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not even tired. My legs feel like they could run a mile, and there's just no way I can go to sleep. So I'm like playing games on my phone. I still can't go to sleep. Trying to do so many things to make me fall asleep. Just could not fall asleep. And last thing I know was I finally look at the clock, and it's like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, let's just close our eyes. The last thing I remembered was looking at my phone. It's 6 o'clock, and I fell asleep. Woke up, and it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. And yeah, I was like, well, at least I got somewhat 7 hours of sleep, but not the times that I wanted to go to sleep. So while everybody was waking up, I was falling asleep, and I could not sleep last night. And the same thing happened night before last, but I think I actually went to sleep around 3 or 4. But I hate going to sleep at that time. I like to be asleep right around 12 or 1, because that's when I know Josh is asleep. That's when I turn down the TV, and that's when I just go to bed. But apparently it's normal. Nothing's wrong. It's just pregnancy insomnia, and it's getting worse and all that. But yeah. And I haven't experienced any contractions this week at all. Like, I've just experiencing, like, going to the bathroom is a little bit harder now, and I can't wait till I get some stuff for smoothies, because I think I'm gonna be drinking a lot more smoothies. Get some bananas and strawberries and stuff for smoothies. So hopefully we can get some of that. And I also miss eating peanut butter and apples, because I've been eating that a lot here lately. Anyways, I gotta go. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.